Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Summer Myers. I'm a homeschool mom of 5 kids, and today I wanted to show you a fall November homeschool day in the life. That's a mouthful. A fall homeschool day in the life. I wanted to show what we did on this fall day. It was really pretty out, and I thought, you know what, we've got some fun things planned. Why don't I go ahead and film some of them? Hello. So it is no secret, I love to go outside, I love to go hiking, and I love to school outside. It's one of the perks of homeschooling is not having to be confined indoors. Also, pro tip, it means I don't have to clean as often if I take all of my kids out of the house. So, you know, benefits here. So story time. My husband came home from a run and he was like, man, the place I run, they've got a lot of litter, a lot of trash along the trail. And I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. And we were talking about it. And the thing is, it's not a traditional trail as in it's managed by the city or the town. It's done by the community. It's actually a biker's trail, and some community kids just put it together. I don't even know if really anybody knows about it. They've got like lumps of dirt and somebody made some ramps, and it's just something that sort of developed. And because it's up to the community to maintain it, they're the ones that, you know, bring out wheelbarrows of dirt, and they're the ones that build the little ramps or whatever. But it also means that it doesn't get picked up as often as it should. So I thought, well, this is a great service opportunity. So me and my kids, we grab some trash bags, pick up all the garbage. There's a couple of rules when it comes to picking up trash with my kids. I want to make sure that they are being safe. We've got snakes in the area, so they're not allowed to rustle leaves. They're supposed to poke things with sticks and stuff first, just to make sure they don't just stick their hands in any old place. So, you know, be aware of that. They also aren't allowed to pick up glass or anything of that nature, and they're all supposed to wear gloves. I would prefer heavier rubber gloves, and maybe we'll invest in those in the future, but for now I've just got some latex ones that are rather thick, and that's what they wear when we go out and do activities like this. And so I've got gloves for everybody, and they can pick up trash that they find on the way. I had my littles use some grocery bags, and then me and my oldest had big trash bags, and then at the end we all kind of combined them and hiked it back to our house. Typically trash you find off trail, because people aren't just going to throw stuff in the middle. They're going to throw it to the side, toss it to the side or whatever. And we had a pretty good haul. We found some bottles, we found some cans, and you know, it worked out pretty well. They were pretty heavy bags. When I told my kids that we were gonna do this service project for Dad and for our community, they weren't excited, but they were like, oh, okay, we're gonna go do this. But I wanted to make it like extra special. So I also packed our hammocks and our little backpacks. I also packed some paper cups that are kind of thick, meant for coffee and hot tea and that sort of thing, so they're easy to throw away. And I also heated up some apple cider, so we had a nice hot drink to look forward to at the end of our hike. So this hike was a little bit longer than what we typically do. It was about 2 miles in and then 2 miles out, which is a lot for little legs. So I left my baby at home this time around. After we had hiked 2 miles in and picked up a good amount of trash, we kind of hiked back into a kind of corner part, and we strung up our hammocks, and I brought a read aloud. And my kids were so excited. This is one of their favorite things to do, is to string up their hammocks and have a read aloud, but to have the extra special hot drink that came with it this time around with our thermos was just like kind of put it over the top. It was a big mom win. And we're reading currently Indian Captive, and that's because we're starting a new Native American unit in our history. Kind of goes with our Thanksgiving theme and just counting our blessings. This is a phenomenal book if you guys have not read it. It's a fantastic read aloud. It was written back in the 40s, I think, so it's kind of ahead of its time in the way it presented Native Americans and Native American life. And it's also a good way of introducing it to our current modern lifestyle, because it's all new and fresh to Molly Jemison. It's also a historical fiction. So Molly Jemison is a real person, and these are real life events. It's historical fiction, so the dialogue, right? But I like how it welcomes you into an Indian village and how you're seeing it with foreign eyes. So that's kind of the benefit of doing it through reading a book through this way, as opposed to putting yourself in the main character's shoes who already knows and understands Indian culture. So just something to keep in mind. It's also a very good, easy read aloud for younger listeners to listen along to. The language is beautiful and it's very well written. And my kids just loved laying in the hammocks and swinging and snuggling. We only brought 3 hammocks this time. We actually own quite a few more, but our other hammocks were otherwise occupied and dirty. So we just brought the 3. And it was nice for me to snuggle with my 4-year-old who doesn't get a whole lot of baby snuggles just because I usually have baby Henry with me. So that was special for her. And also my 2 oldest had a lot of fun snuggling in the big hammock to themselves, and they were swinging along in there. So worked out perfect. Good sibling bonding time, especially during this special gratitude holiday season where we are turning our minds and our hearts into prayers of thanksgiving, to thinking about our blessings and counting them and thanking God. This is a great opportunity for service. And I know we talk about this just, in life and what can we do with our little kids in tow and what makes sense and what doesn't. Picking up trash is very easy for us, so that's something we do. If you are looking for ideas in your area, I recommend going to justserve.org. They also have a phone app, and frequently, I'm not kidding, every time I log in, they have stuff that is available for, 10 and younger. So they don't mind having small children come and help, especially in this. As we're approaching the Christmas season, they're going to have more opportunities for that. So if you are looking for some service opportunities to do as a family, to do just with your kids, look at justserve.org. I also don't want to give the impression that this is something that we do on a regular basis and I'm just this magical mom who puts together fantastic, activities. This was something that I had thought about and planned out, and it wasn't that big of a deal. We were hiking, picking up trash, and reading a book. That was it. But I also want you to know that these are simple things that you can do as well. They're easy. And not only that, there are things that I plan out and they crash and burn. So those are the things that I don't film and put on the internet. This video is purely meant to inspire and to help. So don't play the compare game. We're all just doing and muddling along. So that is it. I would love to hear about some other fall activities that you all have planned and fun things that you have done with your family. Please mention it down in the comments. I would love to hear from you all. Take it easy, everybody. Bye.